Babes, welcome back.
Yes, welcome.
If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe because, babes, we are your people. And babes, we have more than enough content to keep your weekend spiral going.
Absolutely.
And if you're returning, welcome back, babes.
We love you. We really, really do. And honestly, before we even get into this reunion, we need to talk about the off-screen chaos happening over in Beverly Hills.
Oh my God, yes. The off-screen stuff is literally wilder than the show right now.
It really is. It's like a sociopathic symphony playing out in the tabloids.
The sociopathic symphony, I love that. And honestly, to cope with it all, the wine is officially on deck today.
Oh, thank God. Pour it up.
Shout out to Inniskillen Winery and their Vital Ice Wine because, let me tell you, I need the sugar and the chill for this one.
It is so good.
Right, and this is absolutely unsponsored, but babes, slide into our DMs if you want to sponsor the podcast because this is giving us life right now.
Giving us life and keeping us sane because the rumors circulating right now are just, they are a Category 5 hurricane.
Literally a hurricane. Rumors are swirling that LeAnn Rimes may be joining the cast of Beverly Hills next season.
Which is just, I mean, the most diabolical casting rumor I've ever heard.
It is. And former cast member Brandi Glanville is allegedly and understandably losing her absolute mind over it.
Oh, she is definitely not happy. I mean, the word allegedly is doing a lot of heavy lifting there because she actually took to Twitter.
Oh, she went all the way off.
She did. She basically said, you know, she hopes it's true because LeAnn has already taken everything else of hers.
I read that tweet, and I had to physically lie down on the floor.
It was so visceral. She listed the things LeAnn allegedly took. Her husband, her kids, her boobs.
The boobs?
Yes. Boobs, her Bronco, and random illness.
Random illnesses. I mean, it is so profoundly sad, but also, you know, so sharply accurate if you look at the history.
Right, because LeAnn had that massive affair with Brandi's husband, Eddie Cibrian, like a decade ago.
While they were filming a Lifetime movie, it broke up Brandi's family in the most public, humiliating way possible.
Completely dismantled her life. And then, analytically speaking, LeAnn spent the next 10 years basically single white femaling her.
Exactly. The Reddit sleuths brought all the receipts. There are literal slideshows of LeAnn morphing into Brandi over the years.
Copying the clothes, buying the exact same cars, the Bronco.
The Bronco, mirroring her plastic surgery choices, is actually chilling.
It really is. So from a Bravo producer standpoint, I mean, this is exactly the kind of toxic chaos they love.
But is it too far? I mean, to bring the woman who wore your skin like a suit onto the reality show that made you famous?
It's dark, but producers don't have to manufacture a storyline here. The history is already written in tabloid ink.
That's true. But LeAnn actually denied it.
She did. She jumped into some Instagram comments and said she isn't joining, that playing her character on 911, Nashville is enough drama for her.
Okay, but do we actually believe her? Because saying you are a serious actress on a network drama is like exactly the smokescreen you put up during contract negotiations.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the standard PR denial playbook. You deny it until the ink is dry.
So I have to ask you guys listening right now, are you Team Brandi or Team LeAnn?
Let us know in the comments because this is divisive.
I have to say, I am Team Brandi on this one. My heart bleeds for her. Yes, she is messy, but the psychological warfare she endured is staggering.
She is her own worst enemy on television, sure, but in this specific situation, she's not wrong to be furious.
Bringing LeAnn on without Brandi even being there to defend herself just feels cruel.
Well, strategically, bringing LeAnn without Brandi is just a proxy war. It's passive.
Wait, but isn't a proxy war exactly what Beverly Hills does best?
You know what? That is a very fair point.
Right. They never fight the actual person. They fight the person sitting next to the person.
The sociology of this cast relies entirely on off-screen alliances. So fawning over LeAnn to torture Brandi off-screen fits perfectly.
It's so Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But speaking of off-screen chaos, babes, things are also heating up for our little spicy Dorito.
Oh, the financial drama. The illusion of wealth is absolutely shattering in real time.
I am unwell over this. Tell the Snark Squad exactly what is happening, because the TMZ drop was insane.
Right, so the very same day the reunion finale aired, PK's legal team strategically leaked court documents to TMZ.
The timing.
Exactly. And in these documents, PK accuses Dorit of blowing $1 million on, quote, BS luxury items.
$1 million. While their home is actively spiraling toward foreclosure.
Sitting under $6 million of mortgage debt.
Okay, look, I am a very emotional defender of luxury spending. It's Beverly Hills. We want the lifestyle porn.
Right, we don't watch to see them clipping coupons.
No. But if she really spent $1 million, babes, what exactly do we think she bought?
I mean, the math is aggressive even for 90210.
Did she buy, like, a fleet of gold-plated air fryers?
A gold-plated air fryer would be iconic, honestly.
Or did she hire a glam squad just to walk to the mailbox? Throw pillows that cost more than my rent?
Probably all of the above.
Crystal water bottles. Tiny, microscopic handbags that only fit a single Tic Tac and, like, a feeling of impending doom.
Well, the actual receipts are almost as absurd. According to the court docs, she racked up $69,000 at Louis Vuitton.
Oh, my God.
Another $69,000 at Chanel.
I'm choking on my wine.
$38,000 at Hermes. Plus massive hauls from Net-a-Porter.
That makes me so angry, actually.
Really? Why angry?
Because PK is publicly shaming her for this. He's making her the scapegoat for their entire financial collapse.
Right, he's building a narrative.
Yes. Has she spent an insane amount of money? Yes. But who has been wearing $1,200 Dior sweatshirts to lounge on the couch for 5 years? PK.
That is the ultimate hypocrisy.
He is trying to act like the responsible breadwinner while painting his delusional wife as the reason they are ruined.
Which is a very specific, calculated playbook for him. If you look at his history, this is his mechanism for survival.
Okay, yeah, tell him about the UK stuff, because this is blowing my mind.
So back in the UK, around the 2008 financial crash, PK built a real estate business called Rock that went spectacularly bankrupt.
Hundreds of millions in debt, right?
Yes. But somehow, he personally walked away to live a luxury lifestyle in the U.S.
How? How does he survive every financial apocalypse?
He got a $35 million personal loan from a bank called HBOS through a banker who called PK his protege.
A $35 million personal loan.
And when the bank collapsed, costing British taxpayers a fortune, it came out in a lawsuit that the bank just let PK keep the money.
He just kept it.
Yes, if he walked away without a legal fight, he has a documented history of hiding massive liabilities and walking away completely unscathed.
My jaw is literally on the floor.
Yeah.
So he's using the exact same strategy right now in California family court.
Pointing the finger at Dorit so he looks like the sole victim, laundering his reputation through TMZ.
And it perfectly explains Kyle Richards this season, her sudden fake concern for Dorit's spending.
Right. Pau kept bringing up Dorit's erratic behavior and finances on camera.
Because Mauricio and PK are best friends. PK feeds the narrative to Mauricio. Mauricio tells Kyle, and Kyle puts it on national television.
Kyle weaponized the financial ruin to help PK build his defense. It is brilliant, but deeply toxic.
Okay, but I have to push back on my own defense of Dorit for a second. We can't entirely infantilize her.
No, she signed the LLC documents. She knows what a mortgage is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But could the spending be a psychological reaction to the doom? Like if the ship is sinking, I might as well go down wearing couture.
Oh, hyperconsumerism as a trauma response. That is a very astute read. An aesthetic grift to ignore reality.
It totally is.
Yeah.
But honestly, babes, all of this off-screen darkness, it kind of brought us back into the Beverly Hills fold.
It really did. Because for a minute there, we were ready to check out entirely.
The cast felt so stale for a couple of seasons. It was just performative outrage over nothing.
But this season delivered. The chaos stayed active. The tension felt real again.
Babes, the drama stayed on our necks this season, and honestly, we are back.
We are so back. The stakes were actual marriages dissolving and real bankruptcies.
And that is why Beverly Hills works when it's good. It's the luxury crashing headfirst into absolute delusion and ruin.
And we have to talk about their fighting style because it's so unique.
It really is. In other cities, they flip tables, but in Beverly Hills, it's passive aggression masquerading as polite concern.
It is the weaponization of etiquette. Reputational sabotage instead of yelling.
Which sets the stage perfectly for this reunion. The sheer exhaustion radiating from that cast was palpable.
Andy Cohen had zero control. He was just a spectator.
I mean, Kathy Hilton answering her ringing cell phone on the set.
The ultimate power move.
Literally answering a call and reminding everyone she is richer than the network. High camp.
But on the other side of the room, the trauma was very real. We need to dissect the couch bloodbath between Kyle, Dorit, and Erika.
The total collapse of the Fox Force 5.
Yes. Dorit was so hurt by Erika, and she finally articulated why. She accused Erika of attacking her just to save her job.
Which is the unspoken reality of reality TV. You need to deliver to get a contract renewal.
But you are never supposed to say it out loud. It breaks a fourth wall.
It exposes that they're just co-workers fighting for a paycheck. And Erika said that comment turned her off completely.
It invalidated Erika's actual emotional reality, and then it escalated into an absolute free fall.
The C word escalation. I was watching through my fingers, sweating.
Andy asks Dorit to apologize. She gives a classic narcissistic pivot non-apology, and Kyle calls out her hypocrisy.
Kyle points out Dorit was calling Erika the C word off camera all season.
And instead of denying it, Dorit just leans into her villain era.
She screams, "No, Erika, I'm a cold-hearted effing C word," veins popping in her neck.
And doubles down with, "Yes, I mean it." Even Andy had to pause.
You could hear a pin drop. It was a woman who has lost her money, her marriage, her standing, just pouring gasoline on whatever is left.
Defensive combustion, which led to the most heartbreaking moment of the reunion.
The death of the friendship.
Erika looks at Kyle, who is still arguing with Dorit, and just coldly delivers the final blow.
She doesn't even yell. She just says, "Kyle, you are fighting too hard for a relationship that no longer exists. You two are not friends."
Cauterized the wound right there. She said the quiet part loud.
Full body chills.
Okay.
But then Dorit bypasses Erika and goes straight for Kyle's neck.
She accuses Kyle of running the show, of having firing power.
And Kyle's response was incredible. She just deadpans. Do you know how many people I would have gotten rid of a long time ago?
It was her only real win of the night. It pointed out the mathematical flaw in Dorit's conspiracy.
Exactly. If Kyle had the Bravo Infinity Gauntlet, half the women who made her cry in Sprinter vans would be gone.
But I will push back on that. Kyle doesn't have direct firing power, sure.
Right.
But she has immense sway. She orchestrates seasons so the audience turns on you, forcing production to fire you.
Oh, that is so true. She doesn't hold the gun. She just paints the target on your back.
Precisely. Now, while the veterans were ending decade-long alliances, the newbies were fighting for their lives.
Yeah, and losing badly. We have to talk about Boz's disastrous defense.
It was an incredible display of how not to handle reality TV. The confrontation with Amanda over the blended family comments.
Boz sat there, looking Amanda dead in the eye, and vehemently denied questioning Amanda's love for her stepkids.
Gaslighting her in real time, she said, "I never said that."
But Amanda, for all her flaws, was so smart here. She calmly referenced the interviews.
Forcing the producers to roll the 4K flashback footage.
And there was Boz, in her bright green confessional look, saying exactly what she just swore she didn't say.
Confessional amnesia at its finest. You cannot argue with a digital hard drive.
But then it went to an even darker place, the shared trauma of both women losing a baby.
Yes, that was sociologically complex and really dark.
It broke my heart. Amanda showed genuine vulnerability, and Boz accused her of using her dead baby as currency to get out of an argument with Dorit.
It showed a profound lack of empathy.
It was genuinely inhumane. It destroyed any goodwill Boz had left.
But what's fascinating is how Boz handled the public backlash off-screen.
Oh my God, the LinkedIn manifesto video.
Andy jokingly called Boz a scammer during the season. A normal reality star would laugh it off or sell merch.
But Boz drops a heavily produced video citing Fortune 500 statistics and quoting Lil Wayne.
Boasting about being in the top 1% of Black female CMOs.
I watched it 3 times, trying to comprehend the strategy. It was baffling.
She tried to turn a reality TV slight into a corporate boardroom referendum.
Which is a massive misread of the room. We were watching rich women fight over table seating.
But let me play devil's advocate. Was she communicating with a different audience? Her corporate shareholders?
Trying to prove she isn't just a messy reality star.
Right. Trying to manage corporate PR while surviving reality TV PR. But the playbooks are incompatible.
So incompatible. Reality TV demands vulnerability. And it sparked those crazy Reddit rumors.
The rumors that she hired bots to write academic think pieces in her comment sections about her time at PepsiCo?
It is so unself-aware. Fans do not care about your marketing strategy when you just gaslit a grieving mother.
Very true. But since we are on the topic of Amanda...
I have a spiritual obligation to fulfill here. I have to talk about Amanda.
Let's hear it.
Despite being entirely in the right during that argument, Amanda is beyond boring.
I agree, but define the scammer energy she gives.
It's an aesthetic grift. She secured a diamond, she collects the check, but she contributes nothing to the narrative architecture.
She just shows up, orders a macchiatini, and widens her eyes.
Exactly. She is coasting on pretty privilege and proximity to chaos. She needs to manifest an actual storyline and personality next season.
She survived because Boz self-destructed so spectacularly.
Right. But while Amanda flopped, Sutton was having an absolute masterclass in standing her ground.
Sutton supremacy this reunion needs to be studied. Let's start with the Italy trip rooming situation.
Sutton roomed with Amanda because Natalie refused, right? Natalie wanted to use her vibrator in peace.
Which is the most valid excuse to demand a single room, ever.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
So Sutton takes the bullet. And Dorit spins this insane conspiracy that Sutton only did it to score points with Kyle.
Dorit's paranoia assumes every mundane action is a grand chessboard strategy manipulated by Kyle.
But Dorit's fatal error was calling Sutton a social climber on Watch What Happens Live.
The absolute audacity.
Dorit, who is facing a $6 million foreclosure, calling Sutton Stracke a social climber.
Andy shut that down instantly on the reunion stage.
He did. He pointed out that Sutton is an actual verified socialite who attends the Met Gala.
Which is the pinnacle of their social hierarchy. Rachel gets invited to the Met Gala, Sutton gets invited, Dorit does not.
A brutal fact check. And Dorit is forced to issue this hollow apology through gritted teeth.
And Sutton, with ice in her veins, just says, I don't care.
Total power move. But the true moment of Sutton's supremacy, the one I want embroidered on a vintage Hermes pillow, was her response to being called Kyle's minion.
The minion to none declaration.
She just coolly says, first of all, I am minion to none. There's not a jumping on the Kyle train. No one can make me do anything.
It was majestic. A declaration of total independence.
And it shows her massive growth. When she first joined, she was so anxious, desperate for approval.
Now she sees the matrix. She understands she doesn't need Kyle's protection. She uncoupled from the veteran hierarchy.
Leaving Dorit isolated on an island of her own making.
Yeah.
Which perfectly transitions to our awards segments.
Let's do it. Segment 1, most delusional reunion moment. Who are you picking for the wildest perspective?
Oh, I have to give it to Dorit, without question.
Over Boz.
Yes. Dorit's overarching narrative was acting like she is the very first person in human existence to go through a separation.
She did use it as a blanket excuse for everything.
Her hours-long tardiness, her erratic behavior, attacking her friends, and she acted utterly shocked that her actions had consequences.
She wanted total immunity from criticism.
The delusion that you can treat your friends like garbage just because you're getting a divorce is unmatched. But who's your pick?
I have to go with Boz. The unadulterated confidence to sit feet away from producers and deny your own confessional quotes.
It's breathtaking delusion.
Arguing with a digital hard drive is an unwinnable war, but I also have a bonus off-screen pick.
Oh, is it PK?
Yes. PK genuinely thinks he can accuse Dorit of blowing $1 million, weaponize TMZ, and hide his own global history of bankruptcies.
Thinking we don't have Wi-Fi and Google is the most delusional moment of the year. He thinks he's playing 3D chess, but we can all see the board.
Which naturally leads to segment 2, receipt or deflection. Breaking down who answered questions and who dodged. Let's start with Kyle.
Kyle is a brilliant study in deflection. Andy asks why she skipped Dorit's book photo party.
A simple question about being a bad friend.
And instead of answering, Kyle pivots and attacks Boz. She accuses Boz of going on a press tour to paint her in a bad light.
Completely dodging the fact that she did, in fact, bail on the event. It's the classic look over there strategy.
You answer the accusation you wish you got, not the one you actually got.
Now compare that to Amanda, who used actual receipts.
Yes. When Boz tried to gaslight her, Amanda didn't scream or throw a glass.
She intelligently referenced the interviews, forcing the flashback, anchoring her argument to undeniable evidence.
And then we have the darkest deflection from Dorit. Andy asks her to sincerely apologize to Erika.
And Dorit, knowing she has no high ground left, deflects by calling herself the C word.
She essentially blew herself up to end the conversation. You can't ask someone for an apology when they're screaming profanities at themselves.
The reality TV equivalent of pulling the fire alarm during a test. So, moving to segment 3, who's returning next season?
Oh, I am emotionally pleading for a cast revamp. We need fresh blood. The off-screen trauma is too heavy.
Let's predict Amanda's fate. The digital footprint tells a story. An Instagram account posted she deserves a second season.
And Amanda replied, why would we want to do that again?
Exactly. When a cast member openly questions the value of returning, they realize the psychological toll isn't worth the check. Amanda is one and done.
Totally agree. She doesn't have the stomach for the blood sport. But who is on the chopping block?
I agree with the Reddit consensus. Dorit's storyline is exhausted. Watching a family's financial ruin is not glamorous escapism.
It's just dark.
Yeah.
And Boz was a massive flop, too produced. And Rachel brought absolutely nothing to the table.
Expensive set dressing, basically. So if they fire Dorit, Boz, and Rachel, what happens to the remaining structure?
If Kyle, Sutton, and Erika stay, we'll see a massive power shift.
I predict Kyle and Erika form an impenetrable alliance to protect their veteran status against any newbies.
They will close ranks, and it will be an absolute bloodbath for the new girls. They will chew them up to secure their diamonds.
Which brings us to segment 4, the Beverly Hills budget breakdown. How much are they spending monthly on ridiculous luxury?
Oh my God, based on Dorit's $1 million a year, they must
Yeah.
be dropping like 80 grand a month on just clothes they wear once.
Treating high fashion houses like a corner bodega? 10 grand a week on garments for one photograph.
It makes me sigh just thinking about it. No matter who gets fired, they will all still be spending ridiculous amounts of money they probably don't have.
And we will be right here, obsessing over every single detail. It is the cyclical nature of Bravo.
It really is.
Yeah.
Babes, we have made it to the end of this deep dive. I just want to express my deepest gratitude to the Snark Squad for spiraling with us through this exhaustive 21-week season.
Indeed. But the conversation doesn't end here. We want to hear from you, the listener.
We have 3 questions we need you to answer in the comments right now. Number 1, are you Team Brandy or Team Leanne?
Number 2, what do you think Dorit spent $1 million on? Seriously, list the ridiculous items. Did she buy the gold-plated air fryers?
And number 3, after this explosive reunion, is RHOBH officially back in its golden era?
Let us know.
Please tell us your thoughts. And remember, babes, do all the things that keep the lights on. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your Bravo-obsessed besties so they can spiral with us.
But before we go, I want to leave you with one final chilling piece of reality TV strategy to ponder over your weekend.
Oh, I am ready.
We discussed PK Kemsley's financial leak to TMZ. But consider the exact timing. What if PK intentionally timed his explosive leak for the exact week the reunion finale aired? Was he using the massive viewer engagement of Part 3, knowing millions of eyes would be on Dorit's spending being questioned by Kyle to launder his own reputation in family court?
Oh my God.
Did PK effectively turn Bravo's editing room into his own personal, highly produced legal defense team? Let that marinate.
I literally have chills. That is so dark and probably completely true. Stay iconic, stay messy, and we will see you on the snark side.
Stay iconic, stay messy, and we will see you on the snark side.